Hello and welcome back to Prehistoric Relations. We will be continuing where we left off on Chapter 3, I believe. And in the previous chapter, we ended up finding out that this saber-tooth's name is actually Fernando, probably. And there's a new wolf in town. Well, not really, but his name is, Temoc, but you just call him Temoc for short. I'm probably misremembering his name, I don't know. But yeah. So, let's continue and see what happens. I do believe that this is where where Temoc tries to, really aggressively butt into your life, kind of. Well, not really, but, you're gonna see a lot more of him today, so yeah. I woke up in a cool sweat last night. That Triceratops, am I going to run into any more football players? The morning comes and Tafu is still in bed. I'm sure his classes don't start until much later. He'd be awake, wanting to get breakfast with me. I look at the time and it's getting near to 10 a.m. I really don't want to go to my Gen history class. I have time to grab breakfast. I can give myself about 45 minutes before I have to head out. I look at myself in the mirror, my eyes look dead, and eye bags are showing. I know today won't be my day. I pack my belongings and head out to my college cafeteria. I really hope that they have sausage links and eggs left. Oh, and I hope that they have bagels left as well. And bacon, so crisp and fresh. Some of the other students look at me as I walk down the dorm halls and catch myself making faces as I think of the food. I should stop thinking. Haha. I get to the cafeteria and, unsurprisingly, all the food I was looking forward to was gone. All the pancakes that were left over looked stale. The omelet station closed down already, and all the breakfast meats were ravaged. I woke up too late. That damn Triceratops ruined my sleep last night. All that's left is cereal, bread, and oatmeal. What a mess I am. Ugh. I really don't want to eat any of this, but I can't complain. I grabbed some boring oatmeal and cinnamon raisin toast. The worst kind of toast. Maybe I should just eat a stick of butter. I love butter, but I don't want my arteries to clog up now. I should just sit down and eat. I sit down and try to enjoy myself, distracting myself on the phone. Everyone's sitting and eating together with their friends and strangers alike. Am I not approachable? Should I even care? I should have woken up Tafu. Is that selfish of me? Hey Chico, is the seat here taken? From the opposite side of me, I can see a purple, fuzzy hand reach out to the chair. I look up and see those colored eyes and well-kept hair. Temoc, what are you doing here? You're funny, Chico. What do you mean, what am I doing here? It's quite obvious. My heart starts to beat a bit faster. His jacket is open, and I can see the outline of his pecs. Hey, my eyes are up here, Chico. He gives me a little wink. What a tease. He does this on purpose. I don't know what you could be referring to. I'm just minding my own business and eating. I look back down at my food, and I haven't even touched it. My face is staring blankly on my plate. What's the matter? Something on your mind? It's nothing important. I was just excited to have some fresh eggs and bacon for breakfast, but I was a bit later than usual. I hope my exhaustion doesn't show. Should I tell him about last night? Suddenly, Temoc brings his plate forward to me, and it's filled with delicious breakfast foods, stacked pancakes, scrambled eggs, bacon and sausage on the side. Come on, I can tell you're not happy with what you got. Have some of my breakfast with me. It'll be our little date. He gives me a hearty wink. Is he actually serious, or is he just being friendly? Hey, if he's offering food, then whatever. I stare at my own plate. I would hate to just waste food, though. Thanks, Temoc, but I should eat my own food. I wouldn't want to waste it. Temoc quickly grabs my bowl of oatmeal and toast and eats it with pleasure. There. He lets out a small burp. Ah, now there's nothing to feel bad about. Now eat with me. At this point, there was no denying him anymore. Well, when life gives you lemons. I grab a fork and knife and start eating in delight, my face blushing red, and Temoc looks at me, his eyes scanning my face for a reaction of some sort. Is it wrong for me to want him to feed me with his own paws? That's weird, dude. Well, thanks for keeping me company, but I should be heading out now. Oh, nice. I'm about done here myself. I return my plates and utensils to the wash bin. I glance at Temoc, and he puts his own set in his bag. What? The school can't afford silverware. They steal from us all the time regardless. I look at the time. Shit, I'm running late. That's what I get for fooling around with this wolf. I gotta go to class, Temoc. I'll see you soon. I didn't even wait for his response and ran off. It's okay though, my class is here in this college. I'm at most a few minutes late. I rush out and go down 2 buildings, finally reaching the classroom door. I run as fast as I can to the class. Hopefully the teacher would understand, right? Right? I open the door, sweating and my face flustered, only to be greeted by glaring eyes and an old, decaying-looking dodo. He's big and his face is stern. Now's not the time to be admiring. You're late. And he's an asshole. Great. First day in my class and you're already late? Disrespectful. Stop staring at him. Stop staring at him. Stop staring at him. Respond. Ah. If I'm being honest right now, Tyson is a much better teacher. Tyson. No, I'm not a simp. Are you just going to stand there with your mouth open like a feral animal? Say something! The door opens with a giant thud. What's with all this yelling now? It's still the AM. Not a very good first impression to the rest of the class if you ask me, Beaker. Beaker? I let out a little chuckle, and the rest of the class giggles. The dodo is fuming. If there were steam coming out of his ears, it would fill the classroom with smoke. Don't get so comfortable in my class. I won't tolerate another year of you. Take it easy, old man. You wouldn't want a vein to pop now. Aneurysms are pretty common at your age. Wouldn't want anything to happen to my favorite professor now. Temoc grins and speaks in such a tone where you know he's just being irritating. The dodo is in shock, unable to respond to Temoc's audacity. Hey Sam, say something cool to him. Scoff at him. You aren't such a big pushover as I had thought, geezer. The wolf laughs heartily. Come on, Sam, stick with me. He won't be harsh when I'm around. He gestures to an empty chair next to him, waving his hand at me with excitement. This guy acts like a carefree kid. He doesn't seem so bad. I sit on a vacant chair next to the dire wolf. The dodo Professor Marcus, I suddenly remember from my schedule, continues teaching as if nothing had happened. He would reluctantly pick me randomly. In what year did Rome fall? Before I can answer, Temoc steps in. Who cares about that? But did you know that a beetle's memory span is about 45 seconds? Way more interesting than hearing about the rise of the Byzantine Empire. Arrgh! Temoc turned in a direction away from us, giving a cheeky smile and a thumbs up, as if someone distant were watching us. What are you looking at? Oh, you wouldn't understand. I didn't even realize that I had wandered off in my own thoughts when the dodo snapped me out of my daze. Literally, Professor Marcus is sternly snapping his fingers and staring daggers at me. Which Germanic tribe defeated the Romans? The Visigoths? Huh, so you do know who defeated the Romans. I think you deserve a reward for actually listening while gazing off into La La Land. The professor gave me a stone-cold stare and stormed back to the whiteboard. Jesus, what the hell was his problem? Temoc taps me on the shoulder. Back to me, Chico. Anyways, you and the professor seem... close? It's actually quite simple if you think about it. Real easy. Don't be mocking me now. I don't know you enough to be hurt if you left. Easy, easy. Let's not talk like that now. We're friends. We ate breakfast together. We practically know each other. Did I just get friend-zoned? God, we just met yesterday. This wolf sure is reaching places. I hope he's sober. Bah, what kind of relationship is that? Those things don't just happen. Hahaha. Anyways, you can say that Mr. Bushybrows here is my college mentor. Your mentor? I didn't realize I had jumped out of my chair and screamed a bit. Yeah, but keep it down. It's nothing to make a fuss about. A blackboard eraser barely missed my head, hitting the wall by me. What do you think you're doing? Sit back down! I obey in kind, everyone now looking at me, giggling. Gosh, I've got to stop doing this. I whisper back to Temoc. What do you mean by that? Well, you see, some of us fourth years are starting to write our thesis. It's one of the requirements for going to grad school, actually. Students are meant to pair up with a professor to help guide you, as your mentor, through this. Really? That sounds tedious, maybe even discouraging. But it's really a culmination of your passion and hardships as you go through college. It's something to be proud of, you know? Anyways, it's all your research on something that gives you passion. I guess I didn't think about it that way. Am I proud of anything? Am I motivated by someone or by me? Does it matter? You know what's cooler? That when you're under zero gravity, your blood floats and goes all up to your head. Your kidneys start working to thin your blood, which means they'll be working their natural processes. You'll have to pee shortly. Pretty neat, huh? How oddly specific. And, quirky of you to say such random things. I have a certain feeling that I've read about this, but not from some educational book. A manga, maybe? And that concludes our first class. Please have that 5-page essay ready by next class. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And like that, he packs his suitcase and leaves who knows where. Everyone starts packing to leave. But a 5-page essay? How did I miss something like that? And I didn't do any of the reading prior. Ugh, what a dick. Sounds like a snooze. Anyways, are you free today or tomorrow? Free? Didn't you hear we have a paper due next class? That's literally tomorrow, not to mention all my other classwork as well. I'm just shocked at the lack of sense. That wasn't the no. He pulls out his biker shades and gives me finger guns. This man. No, that's just absurd. You first years are so funny with your whole trying to be good students thing. I remember when I was ya, too. If there's one piece of wisdom that I can give you, it's that 4 years come and go, and that you'll never relive this kind of life after it's gone. He just stands up and heads to the door. I'll catch you later. Text ya even. But I never gave you my number. I know, but I took the liberty of putting my contact info on your phone while you were drifting. Man, you can't not be bothered when you're sleepy, huh? An earthquake could hit and you wouldn't feel it. Anyways, see ya, Sam. What? I looked through my phone contacts looking under C or T, but nothing. I start to walk out of class, looking through my phone. Where could he be? And there it was. Wolfie Bick. Well, it's not out of character. I look up from my phone and see a giant Dawn standing right in front of me. Sam! You were gone by the time I got up, and we didn't get breakfast this morning. Apollo lies. I'm sorry, Tofu. I'll make sure to wake you up next time. It's entirely my fault that you're upset, and my fault that you didn't wake up early when you didn't have any class. My voice was monotone, and my face wasn't hiding the confusion of this Dawn's logic. Who am I, his mother? I'm not responsible for him. The Dawn looks at me with harsh but saddened eyes. Ah, fuck. The Dawn looks right down, glancing right over my phone, and sees Wolfie Bick. Oh, who's that on your phone there, Sam? Oh, that? You shouldn't worry about it. It's just Temoc. Apparently he's put in his contact info when I was dozing off in class. He's just being a clown. Ah, that sounds better. What was that? Tofu acts clueless and responds immediately. Nothing. Anyways, I actually need to go to Professor Tyson's class. I left my notebook on the desk I was at. I hope no one took it. Tofu knows that I don't trust that professor, but he is pretty good looking. Maybe I need a second opinion, or maybe I don't. That damn T-Rex. We didn't walk too far. I didn't realize how close his class was to Professor Marcus's class. We peek in the door window and surprise, surprise, it's just Tyson. I guess the class ended just now. Tofu straightens his bow tie and makes sure his shirt is nice and clean. He looks excited to see the professor. Hello, Professor Tyson. He doesn't look up from the paperwork and continues to scribble and write. Ah, yes, Tofu. Hello, I've been expecting you. The Dawn just stares at him, not even knowing what to say. I can see his face going red. I nudge him with my elbow to snap out of it. Ah, I believe I left a book in your class yesterday. I have to find it here. Tofu's voice sounded a bit devious and sly. He purposefully left it, I'm sure. Rex sighs. You should be careful with your belongings, Tafu. Tyson turns around to his cabinet and bends over to the bottom drawer, looking through files and whatnot. I can clearly see the outline of his butt. Wait, what the fuck are you thinking, Sam? Is this what you were looking for? The Rex hands the Don a psych book, and I saw him blatantly brushing his hand against his hand as he took the book. Thanks, Professor! Anytime, but please don't be purposefully leaving your books around just to come see me, Tafu. You're a smart kid. It's not like you to just leave something like this behind. If I were any other professor, who knows if you could even get it back. Ooh, exposed. Tafu tenses up a bit. He's been found out. I give him a little nudge. What do you expect, Tafu? He's a psychology professor. I'll try. He's sweating up an ocean. Tyson turned his focus on me. What about you, Sam? Do you need anything? These are my office hours. I hope you at least remember that from my class. Before I can speak to him about helping me about the homework, I'm interrupted by a loud thud. Professor Tyson, there you are. Oh geez. A female Spinosaurus walks into the room. She filled the room with a fragrance so pungent it made Tafu and I gag. Not right now, Susan. I'm busy. Aw, don't overwork yourself, Rexy. I'm here if you need a stress reliever. Ugh, gross. In front of us? Really? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Tyson looks so uncomfortable while the Spinosaurus massaged his shoulders. Watching this mildly infuriates me. I don't know why. Tafu and I look at each other in disgust at what is happening right now. We should do something. Tafu lets out a giant cough. Hey, Professor Tyson, can we start our study session for our upcoming test? Susan turns her wrinkly face to me. Can't you see that it's rude to butt into someone's conversation? Spino snarls at me. Choose violence. Listen, Susan, why don't you get your scaly, dusty, chapped lip bum out of here? Not even the professor wants you around. Excuse me, boy? But you don't speak to a lady like that. Yes, you're so right. If there were a lady in front of me, but I don't see a lady here. Do you, Tafu? No. Susan's vein starts swelling on her face, and she starts fuming. Well, that was all swell and good, but let's take this somewhere else now. Let's head out, Tafu, Sam. We all scurry along and get out of this class, and Tyson whispers to me. Come meet me at the place where we first met. I turn around and Susan is catching up. Tyson bolts to his car, which is comically too small for his giant size, and drives off. You two, where did he go? I know he told you something. Get a life, old woman. That is not how you speak to a professor. And you're not mine, so what's it matter? Before she can respond back, we turn our backs to her and start walking to our college. We turn and we can see her stomp out into another part of the campus. So where are we meeting him there? Well, he helped me out there. We actually don't have any reason to meet up with him. We can just go home. He teaches our class. We see him there 3 times a week. Yeah, you're right. Tafu looks a bit bummed out. Does he want to see the professor, or maybe he wants coffee? Or both? Nah, let's go meet Tyson, I guess. You just want coffee, don't you? Tafu's smile grows larger, and his tail starts to wag a bit. This guy. Hehehe. Well, let's get to it. We both change directions to a dirt path that leads to the college quad, where the bus stop is. We walk into the cafe just to see the hot barista. Alright, I have to get help from Tyson with an assignment. Sam, Tafu, over here. You didn't have to call us out. You're big and hard not to notice. Tafu damn near teleports over and is the first one to sit in the booth where Tyson is. If only he could control his excitement. Would you get us some coffee, please, Sam? Since you were the last one to sit here. Really, Tafu? You want me to deal with this guy for the 3rd time? Of course. Thanks, Sam. I walk to the counter and meet Fernando. At least, I got his name right this time. Ay, pues, es el cocodrilo. What would you like to order? Oh, hi. Excuse me? Where did you get that name from? He growls at me. I look at his name tag. My eyes are up here, muchacho. I heard it from your friend Temoc. He cringes after hearing that name. I will not even call that scrub my friend, and don't ever mention his name when I'm around. Be careful with your choices of words, chulo. Ese lobo siempre arruina todo. He muttered. I wouldn't even understand it anyway. By the way, you haven't placed your order yet, and you're holding up the line. Oh, geez. The usual? Oy, 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 do you remember what I said yesterday? Aquí no se vende café molidos. But the saber looks at me dead in the eye. I'll order what's best served in this shop. Please be more specific. I serve mostly everything. Ugh, he is such a pain in the ass. But he's hot though. I'll have 3 frappe coffees, please. Really? You can drink all 3 of them? No, it's for 3 people. Sure, if you say so, chulo. I went back to my seat. What took you so long? Fernando struck up a conversation with me while taking my order. Did that really take us long? I have 3 frappes for, handsome. Seriously, who names their kid like this? I stand up to take the drinks from the counter. Hold on, muchacho. Before you take these and go. He leans on the counter and his face is a bit close to mine. I could kiss him. You haven't answered my question yesterday. Do you like your professor? Uh-oh. Not this again. I back up a bit and swallow my saliva. His stare is making me nervous. I take a deep breath and look at him square in the eye. No. He didn't say anything for a few seconds. Well then, it seems like you're telling the truth. He seems satisfied with the answer. Here you go. He handed me the drinks. And went back to the booth with the coffees once again. Thank you, Sam. Thanks, Sam. Wait, you didn't get the blended coffees? That snarky and hot barista refused to serve us those. Oh, I understand that. But it tastes good though. Let's start our tutoring, shall we? Yes. We spend a little over 30 minutes on his tutoring. That is until I come up with a question completely unrelated to academics and everything to do with the situation we had to deal with before we got here. Excuse me, Professor? I don't mean to interrupt, but what is the deal with Susan? Why do you ask? I mean, she seems bothersome to you and doesn't act professionally at all. So, I'm curious, what's up with her? And why hasn't she been fired for her behavior? Susan is one of the oldest faculty members. She has a good reputation, and she doesn't act like whatever you saw in front of many students. He doesn't seem comfortable with this topic. If I'm being honest with you, I cannot stand her. The shop door opened so fast. Oh, speak of the fucking devil. Rexy, I've been looking all over for you. Ugh. What are you doing with these students? Are they harassing you? Excuse me? Should I get them kicked out? You don't own this fucking shop. I can see Fernando over the counter. He looks so pissed right now. He gripped hard on a cup and accidentally ruined the customer's drink. Susan, I'm tutoring these students. Now could you please leave us alone? You're causing a commotion. Sadly, she doesn't seem to listen to him. Maybe I could get help from... Fernando? He's the owner of the shop. I run up to him and ask him to kick her out. Pues claro. Is that a yes? But on one condition. Of course, this saber won't do shit for free. You get to clean the mess I made, like the day you first got here. Comprende? Easy, I guess. Yes, of course. And the bathroom, too. Ugh, really? Doing that just to get this woman kicked out? He gives me a sly smile. You can't take it back now. You said yes. He jumps over the counter and walks to the Karen, who's causing a scene in his cafe. Oi, bruja! You're disturbing our customers. Leave the shop. Excuse me? Who do you think you are? I'm the owner of this cafe. He looks like he's going to maul her. Well, I find that hard to believe. Now where's your manager? Let me talk to them. You can't treat customers like this. Bitch, you did not even buy anything. Fernando is breathing heavily. He looks like he's out of options. But who knows? He's unpredictable. He walked out. But oh, come on, don't just give up like that. He returned wearing a hat that says manager. I am the manager. Now get out before I call the cops on you, Karen. Oh. In defeat, Susan gets out of the shop. Thank you, both of you. It seems like it's getting dark, so I think we'll continue this another time. I'll see you guys soon. Of course, Professor. See ya! The Rex walks out of the cafe and onto the parking lot before he drives off. Crazy shit has happened today, hasn't it? What's next, Tafu? I think we should go get dinner for ourselves and go home. I know a place. I packed my things and... I saw an ankylosaur staring at me. I don't even know how long he is staring, but he seems friendly, I guess? He gives me a soft smile. Hey! Ah! Why are you staring at some stranger? Are you catching feels or something? Never mind that. Are you ready to go? Yes, I am. Let's go. My eyes turned back to the spot where the ankylosaur was, but he's now gone. Was he a ghost or something? No. Tafu saw him. Tafu and I finally got home to our dorm after an eventful night. There's nothing for us we can do together right now, and we're really tired. I went to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. Wait, where's my toothbrush? It's just a toothbrush, Sam. Come on. All I see is Tafu's in the toothbrush holder, which is an enormous size. Tafu? Yes? Have you seen my toothbrush? It's the phlegmatic green color. Pretty specific. Not exactly. I think you've misplaced it somewhere. You may be right, but I could have sworn I put it here. You can have my extra. I haven't used it. He went to his room quickly. Here. He hands me a big-ass toothbrush. How convenient. I know it's not the right size for a small croco. I just wanted to help. Don't worry about it, Tafu. It's better than nothing, thanks. Of course, bestie. The Don heads to his bedroom. I finish what has to be done and go to sleep. Chapter 4. First date? And that's actually where I'm going to leave it for today. I know the episodes have been short, and actually, this episode is around, like, 30-some minutes, but that's longer than the previous one, right? But anyways, technically for YouTube, that's a good thing that they're short, because I can actually see how long, people watch the videos. So I see some people don't always stick to the end. But I guess chapter breaks help, because that way you can just, jump back into the video later. But anyways, so now we have the teacher, Tyson, and the wolf in the main screen. I like the little relationship between Temoc and Fernando, because it's like it kind of feels like Temoc hits on Fernando, but Fernando's just like, oh my god, get away from me. But like, in the real world, I would see them as a couple. It's sort of like, oh my god, you bother me, but I actually kind of like you nearby. Anywho, so far, who's your favorite character? Is it Temoc, Fernando, Tyson, the Don, or Vince, who we haven't seen, but we will actually see in the next chapter? So again, comments, write it, and why you like them. Also, a 5-page essay as to why you like them. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that if you went with Tyson, that the protagonist doesn't get to write his essay, so he might not be able to have anything to turn in the next day for his class. So, oops. Anyways, so yeah. Thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Prehistoric Relations yourself, you can find it over on itch. And I will post a link down for the creator's Twitter page, which I still haven't checked to see if they have one. I've already edited the first 2 videos, but I haven't checked to see if they have a Twitter or anything that I can link to. So yeah. So if they have a Patreon or a Coffee or anything, I will link to it. But I can't directly link to itch links because YouTube just doesn't like them. It thinks most visual novels, especially furry stuff, is adult, and it is, but it isn't. It doesn't contain, you know, bad stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to avoid another Far Beyond the World strike, because anybody that posted an itch link to the Far Beyond the World itch page got a notice from YouTube that says, hey, you can't post a link to this because this contains adult content. It's like, well, no shit. But it doesn't contain any actual adult content on the page. It's the game that's, you know, that's attached to the page. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's why I can't post links. But anyways, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.